welcome back to Change Your Life. In this video, we're diving into the fascinating world of Washington Quarter Silver Shade American coins, their iconic designs, hidden treasures, and the shocking history behind them. As we explore the top 3 most valuable, expensive, and ultra-rare U.S. Washington quarters, you'll discover how some ordinary-looking coins can secretly be worth a fortune. These include the legendary years: 1977 No Mint Mark, 1979 No Mint Mark, 1987 D Mint Mark. Even in dirty, worn, or circulated condition, these seemingly ordinary quarters could be worth thousands of dollars, or even millions today. So before you spend that old quarter lying around, stick around, because you might be holding a life-changing treasure in your hands. First up, coin number 1. Most people walk around with pockets full of change, never realizing that one single coin among those ordinary quarters might hold the power to transform their entire life overnight. Today, we enter the unbelievable world of the Washington Quarter Silver Shade American coin, a coin that carries a story far beyond its small size. This is not just a piece of metal, it is a silent witness of American history, an artifact of craftsmanship, and in rare conditions, a treasure capable of making someone a millionaire in a heartbeat. Among all the years this quarter was minted, the 1977 No Mint Mark Washington quarter stands out like a hidden diamond waiting to be discovered. Its history is filled with mystery, accidental rarity, and the kind of shocking value that coin collectors only dream of. The 1977 Washington quarter was never meant to become a legend. It rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint in huge quantities, and yet, something strange occurred during the striking process, something that no worker inside the mint expected. A portion of quarters left the mint without the mint mark, creating a rare category of coins that collectors desperately hunt for today. When you first look at this coin, especially in worn or dirty condition, it feels like just another regular quarter. But its no mint mark identity, silver-like shine, and age combine to create something incredibly valuable in today's market. The lack of a mint mark gives it an aura of mystery, almost like the mint accidentally released a hidden batch destined to become collector's gold decades later. As time passed, millions of these quarters disappeared into circulation, worn down through decades of buying groceries, paying for gas, and passing through millions of hands. But somewhere, scattered in drawers, old jars, piggy banks, forgotten boxes, and dusty wallets, a few surviving pieces still exist. These surviving 1977 No Mint Mark quarters hold a value that is nothing short of unbelievable. To a collector, the difference between a normal quarter and one of these rare pieces is like the difference between chalk and cheese. A normal quarter might buy you nothing more than a candy, but a rare one could buy you a house, a car, or even change your destiny forever. The coin's design adds to its charm. On the front, you see the sharp, noble face of George Washington, a symbol of American history, leadership, and strength. On the back, the powerful United States eagle spreads its wings, almost as if guarding the secrets hidden within the coin. The coin may look simple, but when you truly observe the craftsmanship, the deep engraving lines, the polished shine, and the silver-like shade, you understand why collectors value it as a miniature piece of art. This silver shade sometimes forms naturally over decades of circulation, giving the coin a rare tone that collectors love to chase. The shocking part is that even in dirty, worn, scratched, or circulated condition, the 1977 No Mint Mark quarter can hold massive value because collectors are not only buying a coin, they are buying history. They are buying rarity. They are buying a story that cannot be repeated or reproduced. Every mark on the coin tells a tale. Maybe it was carried by a soldier, maybe it was used at a gas station in the 80s, maybe it was lost and found again decades later. Every scratch becomes part of its identity, and this emotional connection is what pushes its value into unimaginable territory. In today's market, collectors go absolutely crazy looking for this coin because the supply is extremely limited. This is not a coin that appears every day. It is not a coin that dealers keep in stock. It is a coin that surfaces rarely, and when it does, auctions heat up like wildfire. Some collectors are ready to pay extremely high prices, even reaching life-changing money, because they know that securing a rare piece like this is almost impossible. If the condition is exceptional, the value rises to unbelievable heights. A clean, sharp, well-preserved strike can send the price into the hundreds of thousands, while an ultra-rare perfect condition coin could shock the market with million-dollar potential. Imagine holding a coin that looks old, dirty, and worthless, yet inside that small piece of metal lies the power to turn someone into a millionaire overnight. That is the beauty of the 1977 No Mint Mark quarter. It doesn't look special at first glance. It hides its value quietly. But once you know what to look for, you realize how incredibly rare it truly is. This is why experts always warn, never spend an old coin without checking it. That quarter lying in your drawer right now could be the one that changes your destiny. Collectors often describe this coin as a sleeper treasure, meaning it hides in plain sight. The fact that it circulated for years among everyday people makes it even more exciting. Many collectors believe that someone, somewhere, right now, might unknowingly have a fortune sitting in their pocket. This mystery, this uncertainty, this thrill, that is what makes the hunt for the 1977 No Mint Mark quarter so powerful. It is not just a coin, it is a dream waiting to be discovered by the right person. If you are lucky enough to find this coin, the most important rule is simple: do not sell it for a low price. Do not give it away to a dealer who pretends it's just a basic quarter. This coin has the potential to skyrocket in value at any moment. The coin market changes fast, and rare pieces like this sometimes explode in worth in the blink of an eye. A coin that sells for thousands today could be worth millions tomorrow, especially as collectors fight to complete their rare collections before the remaining pieces vanish forever. The story of the 1977 No Mint Mark Washington quarter teaches us a powerful lesson: sometimes fortune hides in places we least expect. A dirty, forgotten, silver-shade quarter might be worth more than a bag of gold. And that is why coin experts, collectors, and investors from around the world keep their eyes open for this extraordinary piece. In the world of coins, rarity is king, and this coin is royalty. Most people throw their old quarters into jars, drawers, or pockets without a second thought, never realizing that one of those simple coins might hold more power than a stack of $100 bills. Today, we uncover the unbelievable story of the 1979 No Mint Mark Washington quarter, a coin that looks painfully ordinary on the outside but carries a value so shocking that it has left collectors speechless and investors hunting desperately for even one surviving piece. This small silver-shade coin, minted over 4 decades ago, has transformed from everyday change into one of the most mysterious and potentially life-changing treasures ever produced by the United States Mint. If you ever wanted proof that fortune can hide in the most unexpected places, this coin is it. The story begins in the late 1970s, a time when America was moving fast: new technology, new cars, new dreams. Amid all that change, the Mint continued striking the Washington quarter, never knowing that a hidden mistake would soon turn the 1979 coin into a legend. The Philadelphia Mint typically produced coins without a mint mark, but the 1979 batch developed an unusual reputation. Collectors noticed that some of these coins carried a strange, deep silver-like shade, a sharper strike, and a rarity that felt entirely out of place for a common quarter. The more people looked, the more mysterious this year became. Suddenly, a coin that was meant to be ordinary began gaining attention for all the wrong, or right, reasons. With time, most of these quarters faded away into vending machines, arcade games, laundromats, grocery stores, and millions of transactions. They became worn, scratched, dirty, and forgotten. But that is exactly what makes this coin so dangerous in the best way possible: it hides in plain sight. A 1979 No Mint Mark quarter in dirty, heavily circulated condition might look like something worth 25 cents, but under the right circumstances, it holds the kind of value that could make anyone's heart stop. The coin world is filled with surprises, but nothing hits harder than the moment a collector realizes that a beat-up old quarter could be worth a fortune. The design itself is part of the magic. On the obverse, George Washington's portrait stands boldly, carrying the history and spirit of America on his shoulders. The lines on his face, the edges of his hair, the curves of the lettering, all of it becomes a mirror into the past. On the reverse, the American eagle spreads its wings, powerful and commanding, gripping arrows of strength and olive branches of peace. This symbol has become more than an artistic engraving. For collectors, it is the mark of a treasure. When a 1979 quarter carries that deep silver shade tone or unusually crisp strike, it becomes even more desirable, almost like a hidden signature from the mint workers of the past. Now here comes the unbelievable part. In today's coin market, the 1979 no-mint Mark Washington quarter has shocked collectors with its unexpected value potential. While many of these coins look worn out, the rare surviving high-grade or unusually struck examples have pushed prices into the thousands, and experts believe that the right coin, one that stands out with perfection, rarity, and eye appeal, could easily reach into the hundreds of thousands or even push toward million-dollar territory if discovered in flawless, untouched condition. The value comes from rarity, demand, mystery, and the thrill of the unknown. And as time passes, the number of surviving coins drops, while collector demand only grows stronger. Imagine this, a coin that traveled through decades, touched by countless hands, forgotten in pockets, tossed into jars, maybe dropped on the ground or lost in a dusty corner, suddenly becoming the key to overnight wealth. That is the magic of the 1979 no-mint Mark quarter. People often say treasure is buried deep underground, but in reality, sometimes it's sitting right in your drawer disguised as pocket change. Anyone who finds this coin today holds a piece of American history mixed with a jackpot-level opportunity. And what makes it thrilling is that most people still don't know its true value. That's why experts say you should never spend an old quarter without checking it first. Too many people have accidentally handed their fortune across a counter for a pack of gum or a cup of coffee. It happens every day, and the worst part is, they never even realize what they lost. But the collectors know. Dealers know. Auction houses know. And every time a 1979 Washington quarter surfaces, especially one with exceptional shine, unusual color tone, or sharp features, the bidding wars begin like a storm. The value keeps climbing as collectors fight to secure a piece of this disappearing treasure. What truly separates the 1979 no-mint Mark quarter from other years is the unpredictability. You never know which one will turn out to be the jackpot coin. Some look ordinary but hold rare die features, unusual strikes, or unexpectedly high preservation. Others look worn but carry tiny details that specialists seek out desperately. And every once in a while, a near-perfect specimen appears, something so rare that auction experts describe it as a coin that exists once in a lifetime. Those are the coins that have the power to turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. This coin has also become a symbol of hope for collectors and beginners entering the world of coin hunting. It proves that you don't need a fancy metal detector, a rare bank vault, or a treasure map. Sometimes all you need is curiosity, attention, and the willingness to check what others ignore. Every 1979 quarter you see could be the one that shifts your entire future. Every faint shine could be a sign. Every detail could be worth thousands. So if you ever find a 1979 no-mint Mark Washington quarter, no matter how dirty, worn, scratched, tarnished, or aged it looks, do not spend it, do not throw it away, and do not sell it cheap. You might be holding the most unexpected fortune of your life. This coin doesn't just carry monetary value, it carries the power to change your destiny overnight. It carries history, rarity, mystery, and the potential to rise even higher in the market as collectors chase the last remaining pieces. The story of the 1979 quarter reminds us that sometimes greatness hides in silence. Sometimes the most valuable things appear the most ordinary. And sometimes the smallest object you overlook becomes the key to unimaginable wealth. Keep your eyes open, because that little silver shade coin might just be the treasure you've been waiting for your whole life. Most people walk through life with pockets full of coins that they never look at, never examine, and never think twice about. But hidden inside those forgotten quarters is a story so shocking, so unbelievable, that it can flip someone's entire destiny overnight. And today, we dive straight into the heart-stopping mystery behind the 1987 D Washington Quarter, a coin that looks painfully ordinary on the outside but carries a value that has pushed collectors into bidding wars and investors into a frenzy. This little silver-shade American coin has become one of the most unexpected treasures in modern coin history, and if you happen to have one of these surviving pieces, you might be standing on a fortune without even knowing it. The journey of this coin begins in a unique era of American minting. By 1987, the U.S. Mint was working at high speed, filling the nation with fresh currency for the booming economy. No one at the Denver Mint knew that the coins they were striking that year would later become the subjects of obsession, mystery, and speculation. The 1987 D Quarter was never meant to be rare, never meant to be special, and certainly never meant to be valuable. But something about this year, something hidden, something unexpected, changed everything. Collectors began noticing that some of these quarters had a strange silver-washed tone, almost as if the metal carried a deeper shine than usual. Others showed sharper details, a cleaner strike, or unusual wear patterns that made them stand out from the usual mass-produced coins of the decade. Over time, the majority of these coins disappeared into circulation, spent in gas stations, grocery stores, game arcades, and vending machines. They were scraped, rubbed, dented, dropped, and forgotten. Many turned brownish or developed dark gray patches, making them look old, dirty, and worthless. But that is the exact trap that hides this treasure from the world. A 1987 D Quarter in dirty, worn condition can still carry extraordinary value because the story behind it doesn't depend on shine, it depends on survival, rarity, and the unpredictable world of coin collecting. And the fewer pristine 1987 D Quarters that exist today, the higher the remaining ones climb in value. The design of the coin itself adds to its power. On the front, George Washington stands proud, a symbol of American strength and history. But in some of these 1987 D coins, collectors have noticed that his portrait looks unusually crisp, as if the dies that struck them were at peak sharpness. The details in the hair, the jawline, the lettering, everything seems to whisper a hidden message from the past. And on the back, the American eagle spreads its wings wide, gripping arrows and olive branches, a timeless reminder of America's dual identity of peace and protection. That iconic eagle design is one of the reasons collectors love Washington Quarters so deeply. It is classic, powerful, and instantly recognizable, especially when struck with clarity. But here's where things get unbelievable. In today's market, this coin has taken on a life of its own. As collectors continue searching for high-grade examples, the demand skyrockets, and the price follows. A 1987 D Washington Quarter with exceptional shine or striking detail can bring thousands, but collectors believe that a flawless, untouched, almost impossibly perfect coin could push into hundreds of thousands, and in a once-in-a-generation example, possibly reach million-dollar territory. This isn't hype, it's the nature of the coin market where rarity, condition, and demand collide like a lightning storm. One lucky person who discovers such a coin could see their life change overnight, all from a single piece of metal worth 25 cents on paper. What makes this coin even more thrilling is the unpredictability. You never know which 1987 D Quarter is the jackpot. Some look dull and dirty but hide rare features. Others look normal but carry exceptionally sharp details that collectors crave. And every so often, a coin surfaces with such breathtaking brilliance and preservation that experts freeze, jaws drop, and auctions erupt. These are the coins that turn everyday people into wealthy collectors in a single moment. These are the coins that prove fortune doesn't always come in the form of gold bars or treasure chests, sometimes it comes disguised as spare change lost under a car seat. The 1987 D Washington Quarter also serves as a powerful lesson. Never underestimate the small things. Never judge a coin by its dust, scratches, or stains. That dirty quarter sitting on your table could be worth more than your phone, your laptop, or even your monthly paycheck. Too many people have spent these coins without knowing their worth, not realizing they let thousands slip right through their fingers. Every time someone pays for parking or laundry using a 1987 D quarter, they might be giving away a treasure so rare it could change their fortune forever. Collectors say that coins like this don't just hold monetary value, they hold stories. Stories of survival, stories of mystery, stories of luck, and stories of discovery. The 1987 D quarter represents the beauty of being in the right place at the right time, of paying attention when others don't, of finding value where the world only sees ordinary metal. The ones who know how to look win. The ones who ignore it lose without even knowing what they missed. So if you ever come across a 1987 D Washington quarter, no matter how worn, dirty, scratched, or old it looks, treat it like a sleeping giant. Don't spend it. Don't throw it away. Don't sell it for cheap. That little coin has the power to rewrite your future. Hidden deep in its silver shade surface is a value that can push your life into a completely different direction overnight. A single coin. A single chance. A single moment standing between ordinary days and extraordinary fortune. This is the shocking story of the 1987 D quarter, the forgotten treasure, the silent miracle, the tiny piece of metal that might be worth more than anyone ever expected. Keep your eyes open, because the next coin you find could be the key to a fortune waiting to be unlocked.